forgot to do the thing that I have to do when it starts. Oh no, I've already done the thing. Way ahead of myself. No. I'm well too scared to balance things over here now. Then my PC is successfully on the floor. Oh dear, okay. I thought that would work. I'll make it work. Anyway, to start off, I am just updating my board already because absolutely crazy. I was on Discord after my last stream, and one of my longtime viewers sent through a screenshot, right? Hello, Auntie Jeff, where they had done $500 on Patreon, and my life has been so crazy since then. I really need to figure out everything because no part of me ever thought that that would actually happen. So I'm so unprepared for any of that. But I'll figure it out. So first of all, okay, on the MVP board is Atachi Nold from the crazy Patreon. I don't even have words for that. It's mind-boggling. Anyway, how are you all? Hello, welcome. This best be spelt right. Alright. Yeah. I'm so smart. Okay. Chuck the magnets there, and a big love heart. Oh. That's pretty hideous. That's okay. Look at that. Actually, that's not that bad. I've done so much worse. I do that when I'm nervous. I clear my throat when I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous for you, but hi, I am a little. I guess I can shove this blanket. Look at that. So clean! Anyway, tonight, I actually made myself a drink. It's not a pre-mixed one. It's in my brother's Mickey Mouse cup, and I have drunk most of it. So, you know, really winning. But it is, I don't know if you can see that, it's literally just lemonade with passion fruit in it. It looks like frog spawn, but it tastes so good. I have it all the time. I love it very much. Would 100% recommend. Oh, Auntie Jeff, because I'm so glad you're back. Thank you so much for cheering 100 bits. I will put you on the board. You are way too kind. And I'm getting so much better at drawing love hearts, I swear. Okay. But it has been a wicked time, because you know how I was talking about in last stream? I was meant to stream last night, but out of nowhere, so my mum had a doctor's appointment, and she went to this doctor's appointment. I was like, yep, we're streaming tonight, everything's gonna be fine. And then she comes home from this doctor's appointment, and she's like, the doctor said to me, either Dad can drive me to hospital now, or I can go in an ambulance. So, last night was kind of derailed. Mum was in hospital again. She's home now, thank goodness. She has apparently scarring on her lungs from having COVID, and she can't taste anything as of like an hour ago, which is pretty insane. And also, My dog needs surgery. What on earth is happening? It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, this is a new dress I got recently. It's very nice. Okay? I'm gonna, like, awkward shuffle 360. Oh, my socks have bows on them. Also very nice. So, yeah. I like it. It's a similar style to a lot of new dresses I have, which I guess you'll be seeing in the next little while. And also, it's finally sunny. That's very exciting as well. Alright. So basically, very pretty, thank you. I have like a somewhat plan for this stream, we're gonna chat and whatever, but I thought, and I haven't done this on stream before, so I thought we could do 2 truths and a lie. So, you put in chat, 2 truths and a lie, and I guess, wow! I hope that explains it. But, yeah. When you play with friends, it's very... It's been so long since I've streamed, look at me, I'm floundering and terrible. Oh. Right, when you play with friends, it's very easy because you know the people, so playing with strangers should be fun. Oh! This is new. I now have a penguin who is dressed like a dinosaur. He's kind of got a little hole in his head, so I need to sew that up. Even though he's like brand new, but look at him! He is so beautiful. Okay. I'm just excited. I don't know. There's not that many updates. Not since like Monday. I've been doing uni stuff. And I still hate uni. Uni flipping sucks. So good. Alright. It's so weird coming back to streaming after so long. And like, there are 4 people here right now. I used to have 30. That's what I get. That is what I get for taking like, what, 2 months off? Massive shame on myself. Oh. Who takes 2 months off with no explanation? Couldn't be me. Okay. 2 truths and a lie. I love my niece and nephews. That is a truth. I've never seen a shark in real life. I hold an Australian record. So, okay. I feel like guessing the shark thing simply because, now, get this, right? I, for sure, thought that I had seen sharks in an aquarium. And maybe this is only true for great whites. Maybe I'm completely, like, dumb and I have seen actual sharks. I don't know. But I read recently that sharks, at least great whites, cannot survive in aquariums. Like, they have long lifespans, but in aquariums they get, like, a couple of weeks, maybe months. And I thought for sure, like, have you ever been to an aquarium where they have the, like, one of those underwater tunnels, and it's this massive glass tunnel, and you walk through, and all the fish are swimming around? I thought for sure that there were sharks in there as well. I mean, mind you, I was a kid when I went to the aquarium last. So, definitely could be remembering things wrong. But I really thought there were sharks in there. When I think about it more, it doesn't make sense. Because that would be a little horrifying if you're a kid walking through the aquarium and suddenly a massive shark just chomps up a bunch of fish in front of you. So I get why they wouldn't put sharks in the fish tunnel. But I swear I've seen a shark. But have I? If anyone else has been to an aquarium, please put me out of my misery. Because maybe I have never seen a shark and my memory is just telling me that I have and I'm wrong. Like, maybe I saw Finding Nemo one too many times as a kid and just was like, stop bullying 69, hello brother, hello stream. I don't think brother is here today, but welcome. Have you seen a shark in real life? I saw sharks with you when we went to SeaWorld when you were little. There, okay, so they do have them. I have seen a shark. I'm not crazy. What kind of shark then? Because great whites definitely, I read, definitely can't survive in an aquarium. So what kind of shark have I seen? Anyway, I hold the record for the youngest female to drive the full length of the Canning Stock route in Western Australia. Very nice. I did not know that. There is nothing wrong with Finding Nemo. Yes, I have in California. I'm American. Okay, very nice. There is nothing wrong with Finding Nemo. I was not mad about Finding Nemo. I was just thinking, like, the sharks in Finding Nemo, is that some kind of dream I had where I thought I had seen a shark, but as it turns out I have seen a shark. I don't know why that bothered me so much, but like, yeah, I know I have seen shark eggs and held shark eggs. I think I even seen a shark egg like on an actual beach. Grey nurse sharks and wobbegongs. Yeah, okay. So nothing too scary and horrible. Finding Nemo teaches young men how to love and protect their children. You can't hate this. It's very cute. The only gripe I have with Finding Nemo, and let me tell you, it's a big one, okay? I have a problem with Finding Nemo. They go to Australia, and I don't know, you can probably tell, I haven't made it perfectly obvious, that I am from Australia, okay? I was always like, the seagulls look so weird. They have like roundish beaks and they're really chunky. And like here, our seagulls are like skinny, they have really sharp beaks, they probably only have one leg. And I always thought the seagulls looked really weird, and I was like, the people drawing this must have never been to the ocean. And then I went to San Francisco and actually paid attention to the seagulls there. And the seagulls in America look exactly like the seagulls in Finding Nemo. Americans just put their own flipping seagulls in our country. Do some research. What is it, Pixar? Or is it just straight Disney? One of those two. Do your research. Our seagulls are different. That's my biggest issue. Good night. Yeah, that's some Australian nuanced knowledge, to be fair. Random. I know, it is very random. And I'm sorry. But seagull shape is not something that I thought would be a huge issue for me until I saw the seagulls in America and I was like, hey nice country/coast, just let me put my seagulls in your country, because I'm feeling a bit lazy, to be fair. I know, it's like, they're like, oh yeah, Australia, what are we gonna do, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, oh look at that, that's so Australia, am I right? And then they're like, what does Australia have? Yeah, seagulls. I've seen a seagull before. It's like the koala in Sing with American doing a bad Aussie accent. I have never seen Sing, but I hate it when Americans do terrible Australian accents. I'm like, there's plenty of us. Sure, we're in an island on the middle of nowhere, but like, how hard is it to find a real one? Hey Jacob Games, how are you going? Welcome back. How are you? Accent, stop autocorrecting words. Oh, I got it. It's fine. No, like, there's a lot of people who come into streams and they're always like, are you British? You don't sound Australian. And I think it is mostly because of, like, bad Australian accents in movies and stuff. Because they're always like, you don't sound like this cartoon Australian. And this is my voice, so, but, yeah, if I'm really tired, I do get ochre, so that's like, oh yeah, how's it going? I am just, you know, the classic Australian, like, gotta be kidding me, what is going on? Like, that kind of stuff. You might hate that, but let me tell you what Americans hate anymore, when Australians do bad American accents. Oh my goodness, you hate Australians doing bad American accents? That must really suck for you, because it happens so much more than Americans doing bad Australian accents, right? Hello, is your accent Guatemalan? Thank you, Choo Choo, for finally recognizing my accent. How have you been, Choo Choo? Welcome back. Tom Holland is the pinnacle of Commonwealth country people perfecting the New York City accent. All 3 times it happened when Australians did bad American accents. I'm good, how are you? In the last couple of weeks, Mum has been in hospital twice, my whole family has had COVID, except for me. Superhero right here. And my dog needs surgery. It has been an absolute comedy of errors. I don't know. So, I think physically I'm fine. But, like, emotionally I am very drained. Like, and look, I'm not the one with stuff going on, clearly. It's not all about me, obviously. But it's definitely very stressful worrying about people and what's going on. And yeah, so like all day, even though I think I slept fine, I think my eyes have just been burning because, you know when you're tired and your eyes burn? So my eyes have been burning because I'm just very drained. Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. Hugh Jackman is my workmate's cousin. Hugh Jackman can poo in a river. That is an offensive term that I coined, okay? It's not that offensive, let's be honest. But I don't like him. I don't. His face is annoying. He stole the Winter Garden Theatre from Beetlejuice. How rude. And I think he's a smarmy git who thinks way too much of himself, but then I don't know because I don't know him, so I can't say he's a smarmy git that thinks way too much of himself, but surely you have looked at Hugh Jackman's face, you have looked him in those beady little eyes of his, and you have thought, I could take him. He needs a good slap. Like, you can't tell me that you don't look at Hugh Jackman and want to punch him. What's wrong with Hugh? I don't know. It's his face. It's his...
He took the Beetlejuice's like...
I said that.
Yeah.
Americans have no idea what you're saying. Well, tell us what you really think. All I hear is blah blah blah. Hugh Jackman thinks I don't like...
If Alex Brightman was on that thing, he would be like...
Tiny
He's
Tease
a dingus.
is now bigger than me, by the way. That's another thing.
Not so Tiny Tease.
Alright, good night. Hello, welcome. Yes, so tiniest brother is now taller than me. I am the smallest in the family now. That has also changed. He had a growth spurt. You know how I said I went away for a week with friends? I went away for a week with friends. When I came back, he was taller than me. How rude. Americans love Hugh Jackman. Especially when he works with Ryan Reynolds, another honorary American. Wait, is Ryan Reynolds not American? Maybe he's Canadian, because he sounds American to me. Slightly bigger teeth. I know. How old is he? How tall is he? I don't know exactly how tall he is. I think he's like 5'6" now, and I'm 5'4", so he's like but he's 13, and he's very cute. So today, he came home, and the first thing he did was walk into my room, and he was like, I have girl problems. Let me get comfortable. And then he sat there and told me all about his girl problems. Apparently there's this girl that's like copying him, and like he's like, when I eat something, she eats something. When I rest my head like this, she rests her head like this. And he's like, it's getting so annoying. Oh, he'll be a lady killer to be sure. He's about to be a lady killer if this chick doesn't stop copying him. All the best Americans are Canadians. He's Canadian, imagine not knowing where Ryan Reynolds is from. Oh, I know, I'm a terrible person, what can you do? I quite liked Free Guy though. I thought that was a good movie. I think I've watched like Deadpool 2 twice, and I enjoyed that one. But Deadpool 1, like even with my crass 14-year-old humour, there were points where I was like, goodness gracious me! And I definitely have only seen half of it. So, but yeah. I think Ryan Reynolds is that guy that all of the men are in love with, unironically. Like, you can be as straight as they come, but Ryan Reynolds, maybe I would. Like, that's what I feel like with just everyone. That's a blanket statement. About that age, my big sister cornered me because word was getting around the country club about the mums. That I was dating a few women at the same time. Wowee! Stop bullying. Get it together. The burden of being attractive. I know it all too much. Unironically, yes. Ryan Gosling is better than Ryan Reynolds. No, I'm in love with Henry Cavill. Thank you. That's a good one. That is a good. Glad my viewers and I are on the same page. Ryan Gosling is okay. I think he's exceptionally overrated. Like, I don't think he's massive heartthrob. What I have been watching a bit of recently was like, what's his name? Young Leonardo DiCaprio movies. Because I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was overrated. But I've been watching a bunch of his movies and I was like, no, he's actually pretty good. Although, I watched Titanic. All 350 billion hours of it. And I will tell you, I hated it. I am never watching that movie again. I don't care that it's a classic. It was on like my bucket list of movies to watch. Yeah, I have a movie bucket list. I'm very passionate about film. In fact, if I didn't go into history, I was tossing up going to film school. That was the most stress-inducing movie I have ever seen. Ever. Like, I spent hours on the verge of panic. There's water rushing around you, you're gonna flipping drown, and you're gonna get trapped in a room filled with water, and then you can't escape, and then you're gonna die. No. Horrendous. It was just panic all round. Ralph, welcome back! Hey Wilson! Hello! Unigama, I have seen The Notebook. Okay, I liked The Notebook. Ryan Gosling's also in La La Land. I also liked that movie. I just think he's overrated. I don't know why. Your Honor, I rest my case. The Notebook bored me silly. I cry every time because old people make me sad. Like, I go to a hospital, and I see an old person. An old person smiled at me at a hospital once, and I cried because they're old and in a hospital, and that probably means they're going to die. And it was so upsetting. So, anything with old people makes me incredibly sad. Ralph, I'm gonna put you on the board. Sorry, we are ranting about movies at the moment. But yes, Wilson, I am alive. Thankfully. If you haven't seen the update, the whole family's been sick. Mum's been in hospital twice. Big mess. Big mess. But I'm back now. I'm making time. Even though the world is still burning, I thought it can't get any crispier, so we might as well come back. Stand up, it's really not that hard. I have never seen Titanic. I don't recommend. Henry Cavill, when they revive him and he doesn't know who he is. Ooh, I missed something there. Yeah, everyone's like, Henry Cavill, yummy yummy. I also thought he was overrated, and then I watched stuff with him and I was like, well. Actually, I think the first thing I ever watched with Henry Cavill in it was the Superman, like Man of Steel, I think it was, on Discord. So it was a Discord movie night, and I was like, I see what you guys mean. I see. I was not prepared for rotations where people were dying every day. And what's up with this? Okay, this might just be an Australia thing. I don't know. But people have started dying of Japanese encephalitis. So now the mosquitoes are coming. Sorry. I promise, I'm mature. Okay. So we have the plague, and everything's flooding, and now the mosquitoes are out to kill us. Matisse is in fact not mature. How did you find out? I kept it a really good secret. People in Australia dying from anime. I know. It's absolutely dreadful. But yeah, so after all of this torrential rain, there's heaps of mosquitoes. But apparently the mosquitoes are infected and people are dying with a different disease than what we already have. I'm so happy to see you streaming. Thank you. I'm so happy to be back. It has been a wild couple of months, but, you know, it can't get any worse. So it can only go up from here. Only 5 people in New South Wales have Japanese encephalitis so far, and none have died. Well, in this state, none have died, but I haven't, a couple have died in the downwards states. I don't know which way is down in my, twisted mind of maps. But in the downward state, somewhere, someone's died. Forgot to mention you look nice. Nice dress. Thank you! It is new. I got it, at one of those, little beach stores when I was away. Oh, passion fruit is delicious! It's my favorite drink. And it is not the most healthy thing. But let me tell you, if you want the most delicious drink, ever, basically just fill a glass full of lemonade, cut 2 passion fruits, scoop them out, and just dump them in the lemonade. That's it. And it is the best thing. Ugh! in life we fail upwards, so don't stress. It's like, this is the thing, you know, this is like a slight tangent from failing, but kind of in the same strain, is that humans, ow, my legs are hurting, I've got to cross my legs, just don't mind me, ow, there we go. Okay. Humans constantly are failing, alright? So, you know when you fall down, that's an accident, right? Wrong! Okay, I may look like a big dumb maniac, but I'm actually a big smart maniac, and I like doing research and stuff for fun. So, I saw this thing where it was analysing the way that humans walk, right? And basically, humans don't propel themselves and like push forwards, so that we like, when you think about being hunter-gatherers, right? So to be hunters, you have got to outrun your prey, and most animals are much faster than you, but you know what humans have on them? Endurance. So like animals can run really fast, but humans can keep up a pace for a long time, tire them out, stab. Food for the colony. So basically, in order for us to get that endurance, we're basically constantly falling. And it's just like coordinated falling. That's the best way to describe it. But humans are constantly just coordinated falling. The best drink is the blood of your enemies, right? Correct. So you're saying, when life gives you passion fruits, make lemonade? Yes. Is this a self-help podcast? No, it's just educational. You're doing great. Keep on being you and everything will work out. Thank you. It explains so much about my life. Like, I'm gonna, just a little demonstration. You can't even see my feet. But when you walk, you think about it, you go, and it's like, it conserves your energy. So you use less energy in the forwards motion because you're just falling over and catching yourself real quick. That's why if you don't move one of your legs, you will actually fall over. Except that's not how I walk, but okay. I mean, that's not how I walk, but it's an exaggerated way of how we walk and run and stuff. It's just kind of like, woo. So when you think about it, we're just really uncoordinated spaghetti monsters. And I say spaghetti monsters because when you think about it, right, okay, I'm not on drugs, I promise, but when you think about it, okay, but why walk when you can fall flat on your face each time? I don't know. In uni, okay, this is not just me, so don't think I'm the only crazy one here, but our body is an ocean, and you know what lives in an ocean? Jellyfish. You know what looks a lot like a jellyfish? The nervous system with the brain and all of the nerves. Basically, we're just a little jellyfish piloting a meat suit. I'm a jellyfish. It sounds a lot stupider coming out of my mouth now that I don't have people like, we're all jellyfish. I'd be really good at like philosophy, because that's just a bunch of crazy people sitting around coming up with stupid ideas, right? I'm very squishy. I forgot how weird you are. I hope you mean weird in a good way. That's the weirdest thing I'm gonna say, I promise. Promise. No, my brother, Brotis, he's currently studying like human sciences and anatomy, and I say something crazy and he's like, no, that's not how it works. So I get shut down quite a lot. No, being normal is boring. Are you like this the whole day? Airy Bourbon, am I like this the whole day? I haven't seen you in ages, actually. But no. There are times of the day where I sit quietly. Anyway, what's your favorite crime? Mine's arson. I don't believe that at all. Yes, weird in a good way. Look, right here. There is a book. This proves that I read. Wowee. You know what you have to do to read? You have to be quiet. Proves that I can be quiet. Big fan of tax fraud. Very nice. No, I'd give it a 25-75 split. I'll let you figure out which is which. What is the 25 sleeping hours? I don't want to answer that question. And also, hi, how are you? Doing okay. Very run down. Kind of tired. Very drained. But, like, not too bad. Don't believe it, I bet you're an out loud reader. I'm actually not an out loud reader. So, okay, this is showing how nerdy I am, but we all know that in year 8 I used to pirate books. I would always download like PDFs of books I wanted to read because, you know, you can't keep up with the demand. Now, okay, they're too many to bring out, but now I have a bookshelf and the whole underside of my bed is lined with books. Because I have my own adult money and I can buy whatever I want. So I buy books. I'm no longer a pirate. But when I was younger, I used to read like 5 books a week. And it was incredible. I read so much, but I could never read out loud. So it would always get to class. And they'd be like, who can read out loud? And I'd be like, and it was like I was flipping illiterate, but I was not illiterate. I was an exceptionally good reader. I just could not read out loud. And it slowly got better. By the time I was in year 12, they'd be like, who wants to read? And I'd be like, me! Because I'm not an attention seeker or anything. But yeah, I was just exceptionally nervous at random points of school, like with reading out loud or talking to teachers I'd never met. There was one time, 2 of us were sent to get something from the science labs, right? And you can hear me now. I've spoken like this my whole life, alright? I've never had any speech impediments or anything. And I get to this science lab, I knock on the door and I think I'm gonna be fine. And basically she said, can I have blah? And she opens the door and I'm like, can I have, can and the other person with me just gave me the weirdest look and was like, can we have this? And I have never stuttered in my life except for that one moment. And I had so much trouble at school sometimes. I also got bullied so hard for blushing. And like, I blush all the time. If I laugh, I go red. If I'm sad, I go red. Anything that happens, my face turns a bright colour. And girls would always be like, haha, you're blushing, you're going so red. To the point where like my mum bought me a metal drink bottle so I could put it on my face to make like the redness go away. Now I just embrace it. My face is gonna go red if I'm emotional. It's just gonna happen. But anyway, sorry, see ya, Jacob Games. I gotta go to a work meeting, have fun. Hope your meeting goes very, very well. Good luck. When you see me go red, understandable. You'll never know what emotion it is. I'll just be red. Gotta love school though. If any of you have got any terrible school stories, please tell me. It's not a fun experience exactly. Like, I'm not gonna say, woohoo, getting bullied at school. But it is kind of funny to reminisce and be like, they bully people for the stupidest things in school. Pretty sure it would be sadness. Oh no. No, it would not be sadness. It would probably be excitement. Because I would be like, oh my goodness. The person that I have only seen as a little green username. Or Discord, I don't know what colour you are there. People talk about Australian versus British culture / personality and American versus Australian. I don't think it's that hard. Like, I feel like Americans have a much harder time knowing, like, Australian and British slang than we do. Because America is just, like, that's where the entertainment industry is. So we get all the movies and TV shows and stuff from America. So we know the America stuff so much better than anyone else knows. What about American versus American? Well, yeah. You got, like, North and South. Like, South, like, there's bless your heart. Ooh, I'm more tickled than Billy Bob's whiskers. And I don't know. I've never been to the South. Or have I? I've been to Utah. I think that's South. Arizona. Middle? I've been to Vegas. Is that middle? I don't know. Imagine little old man going from San Antonio to Texas working in New York City. Be fun. It's been 84 years. Hello, Mr. Banner. It has been 84 years. Although, I'm already having flashbacks because I recently watched Titanic and it was a horrible experience. No, you haven't been to the South. Like, I feel like Vegas is bottom left. Is that not Southish? There's America. This is the middle. Like, is it not linear? Because, like, north, middle, south. Is it kind of like north, middle, south? You can't see the invisible map that's in my head, but, like... You would know if you were in the South. One of two things would happen. I'm excited for these two things. How's uni going so far? Are you almost done? Ish. So this would have been my last year if I didn't straight up fail a subject last semester, which I have never done before. It was a wicked year last year. I did most of it in lockdown. Like, most of the semester that I failed something in lockdown, it was a mess. So I have this year and then, like, half of next year. And then I'm done. Thank you, Mr. Burner, for redeeming water break. I shall take that. Vegas is west of California. You would have been indoctrinated via our southern charm, and perhaps you would have affected a southern accent, or otherwise you would have more or less came, saw, conquered, and not been enamored as you could have been. New Orleans is south, right? And that is, like, a top on my bucket list. I want to go to New Orleans so badly. The architecture, gorgeous. The bayou, impeccable. The music, immaculate. Like, it is a place that I want to go so bad, but I can't go by myself. I would be murdered. So, one day I will live my dreams and go to New Orleans and hear the snazzy music and, like, this sounds weird, but, like, the ground there is so wet that they can't bury people, and so their graveyards are above ground, which is kind of crazy. Like, it's just such an interesting place. So there was a very prolonged water break. Just speaking my love for a place that I have never been. It's like, you've seen Princess and the Frog. That was like, oh wow, this is so pretty. And then also this doesn't count, but like in Disneyland they have New Orleans Square, and the architecture there is so pretty, and like that, and you watch Princess and the Frog and you're like, wow. And then I've watched people's vlogs as they walk through New Orleans and I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, I'm just... I did lie at university. It was the opening day of new semester and there was no class. However, I told my classmate via WhatsApp that one professor came to the class and I was unfortunately around and I had to attend. I also made a fake class note which I had written nonsense and put it in WhatsApp class group, which went like this: the history of clinical pathology has 4 phases, and then the first one is that you've been pranked. I told my classmates. Very nice. Here's the thing, we have beautiful tan women, not unlike Australia, so that's the same. The differentiating factor is the vibe. Yes, very tan. It's kind of fascinating, not gonna lie. Yeah! Princess and the Frog or Mulan? Very hard. I'm gonna pick Princess and the Frog. Like, I love Mulan. But I'm gonna pick Princess and the Frog simply because it is incredibly underrated and it needs more hype behind it, okay? Not enough people appreciate Princess and the Frog for the masterpiece it is. Also, in the Princess and the Frog, okay, yes, it's a talking firefly, but there is a firefly, alright? And I also have a bucket list of animals, as well as movies and places. So I have bucket lists of places, animals, and movies. And there are only 3 animals on my animal bucket list, okay? We have black bears, my favourite animal. We have fireflies and glowworms, alright? I want to see fireflies so badly, and if I go to New Orleans and they actually have fireflies, like the Princess and the Frog movie would lead me to believe, I have ticked off 2 bucket list things. Fireflies and New Orleans. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? That's such a good song, I love it so much. Guess who's back again? It's Froggy Dave! How's it going? How's it hanging? You doing good? I hope you are. Okay. Don't go breaking my heart. People from chat, name 4 of your favorite animals. If you can secure a ticket to New Zealand, I can help knock off glowworms. There was a time where I was really wanting to see glowworms and Dad was like, we could fly down for a day. But we never did that. But one day, I will look at those glowworms. Okay, now this is terrible. I don't want to eat a glowworm. Let me preface by saying that. But I am curious, if you ate one, would your tongue glow? I know there are glowworms in Lithgow, and I could go and see glowworms in my own country, but apparently the glowworms in New Zealand are much more prolific and amazing. And I'm like, if I'm only ever going to see them once, I would want it to be there. But I would go to Lithgow and see some glowworms. No, I love Mulan. I know all of the songs. It's a great music. It's a great music. It's got great music. I love it very much. No, is that the OG Derb I see? I don't, like, Derb is back to Derb, and that's pretty fancy. We would feel all glowy inside. Can confirm New Zealand glowworms are phenomenal. That's good. I don't know. I don't know if they'd be creepy or cool though. I'd be like, wow, look at all the pretty lights. And then I'd remember they're worms. And like, gravity is a thing, right? So if you're in a cave with pretty glowing worms above you, you're like, wow, they're so pretty. And one poops, right? You're looking up, wow, they're so pretty. And then, because gravity. maybe I haven't thought it through, but I don't care. I would take a little bit of worm poo rain to see some pretty lights. Yeah. Okay. If you ate a glowworm, would you feel enlightened? That's a pretty good one. What is a glowworm? Do you eat this? Yeah, no. I'll pass on the glowworms, to be fair. They're basically just fireflies, but worms. Like, I think, are they even worms or more like grubs? They're not like caterpillars. They're like chunky caterpillars, I think, so like grubs. But grubs are in the ground, so maybe they are caterpillars. Worms with legs. Well, caterpillars, I suppose. I'll take my fireflies. Oh. To be frolicking through a forest at sunset with all the fireflies. What a life. What a life that would be. Incredible. How are you going?
I can't taste toothpaste.
I'll add that to the list of no's. Mother is just there. She will not say hello, because as we have said, she is versic.
Hello.
Ooh.
That was my day.
What? It's just like the end of... What is that supposed to say? Is that supposed to say Twilight? Never seen that movie. And if it's not, what on earth is that supposed to say? Yeah, no, there are some times where I'm like, oh, uni is a bother.
Okay.
Be so much better to just live in a cottage in the woods like some kind of crazy old lady and like collect mushrooms and boil them in a little cauldron pot. And I'm not talking about a witch. I don't want to be a witch, but like, you know, a little cauldron pot over the fire, and then you eat your mushroom soup, and then you like frolic for herbs, and you go, wow, the butterflies are coming out nicely. That's so nice. And there are little cocoons around, and fireflies. And then suddenly Jacob comes and complicates my otherwise simple prom date as Bella. Yes, it is Twilight. I have not seen that. But, yeah. No, there was a time where everyone was seeing Twilight, and I was like, maybe I do want to see it. But then I never ended up doing it, and I don't care, actually. Like, it's not something I feel like I've missed out on. I'm not like, oh gosh, dang it. I wish I would have watched Twilight in my younger years. No, I really don't care. And I could die happy never watching it. Don't say herbs. Don't say hatch when you mean H. Hatch? H. Oh, because Americans say herbs. Herbs. There's an H in there, mate. It's herbs. I'm gonna frolic for some herbs. Oh my goodness. I'm American. I frolic around the wilderness. I have bears, but I'm scared of your spiders. And I say herbs. Sorry. I didn't mean to bully you. You want to stop bullying. So I shall stop bullying. Sometimes. Just, how many Americans can Matisse offend in one street? I didn't say anything that bad. I simply just went off about herbs. I do find that very funny. Herbs. Like, it's not a silent H. Oh, Brotees. How are you?
Hello, face hackers. How you be doing this evening of a Friday or Thursday, depending on where you are?
How do you say H-E-R-B-S?
H-E-R-B-S. Herb?
Yes, herbs.
Herbs.
Yeah.
I thought it was like
The
herb.
Americans are making fun of me because they say herbs.
Yeah, okay, well it's not atta, it's water.
What?
Well, they're just skipping a letter. It's not herbs. If it was herbs, it'd be E-R-B-S. It wouldn't be H. Flippin'. And it's not a silent H either. Like,
This is exactly my argument, and they say I'm offending people.
flippin' dinguses.
Oh, see, that's more rude than I was.
Oh, it's an Aussie insult, it's not a real insult. What else do they say that annoys me? There's some really big ones. Oh.
Chuck another shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, no one flipping barbecues shrimp.
He's spitting straight facts, though.
Yeah, I am.
By the way, I'm not American, so I don't care. No, I know.
Herbs. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Like, parsley would be arsely. Like, it just, tomatoes would be tomato.
No, but that's tomato.
Tomato. It's not flipping tomato.
Tomato. Or,
Okay.
or aluminium. Aluminum.
Let's do an exercise. If it was tomato, it should also be whiteboard marker. Marker? I don't know how you even say that.
Zebra and zebra.
Or like a tomato.
Although, if you think about it, if it's zebra for them, it's zebra for us. But zebra, shouldn't it be zebra? Not funny.
Don't floor up. Or like when they're like aluminum, and I'm like, it's flipping aluminium.
They even spell it differently.
I
though.
know, just to be different.
The dogs.
Like dogs, just to be a little bit different. That's why they drive on the wrong side of the road too. Just to be different.
You know, there's only 4 countries in the world that have Fahrenheit.
I'm flipping
And it's like the Bahamas.
Oh, that's basically America.
the empirical system. You guys are so backwards, and your money is still paper. Flipping yards? Who knows what a yard is?
It's like, remember
Let's not get political here,
Okay.
broties.
But if you could say this thing is like 2 millimeters rather than like 400 thousandths of an inch, that's so much easier.
I don't think they use 100,000ths
Yeah,
of
but
an
like,
inch.
it's like 1/32 of an inch. Why would you not just say it's a millimeter?
Wait, 1/32 of an inch.
It's like that thing that
Because
was...
inch is the smallest thing they've got. They just keep subdividing it. Flipping, like, if you were looking at like a cell, they'd be like, yes, 400 thousandths of an inch. Flipping Americans.
It's like that. How to remember a mile is like 5 tomatoes, and it's like 5,803 tomato. I don't know, and it's like, or you could just remember 1,000 kilometers.
It's not that hard. You work in hundreds and thousands, it's so much easier.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, Americans. Just, you did it to yourself, love.
It's just hemorrhaging viewers there, right? I'm glad he got that out of his system. Maestro, how's it going? Welcome back. How are you? My brother was simply ranting about Americans and the metric system. He loves a good metric system, he does. Yeah, today is the day of epic rants, apparently, so... I'm good, thank you. Just morning cup of coffee and work. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. Oh, is that a new emote? I haven't seen that one before. I'm so not looking forward to being like a real functioning adult in the real functioning adult world with a real functioning job. Ocelot 45, first time chat. Haha. What are your thoughts on feet? I'm gonna give this to the crowd. What are your thoughts?
Sexy ass.
My thoughts are, it's best to keep them covered on Twitch.
They tickle my pickle.
They tickle. Sorry, my brother is in the background saying things like, they tickle my pickle. What do you do? Not backflips. I was gonna say, haha, it do backflip, but I've never done a backflip. I'm too scared of breaking my neck. I think people who like feet are weird. Ooh. Choo Choo adding his opinion in. Auntie Jeff, 12 inches makes a foot. I was gonna make a terrible joke, but it's too terrible for Twitch, and I would... No. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Ocelot? You seem to be ready and willing to share your thoughts on feet, so go for it. Oh, Airy Bourbon's weighing in. Feet are gross. They are lumps of flesh, with 5 smaller lumps of flesh protruding from them. And what an opener. I know. At least it's not the opener of just show feet. Like, I appreciate asking for my thoughts. Honestly, that is so touching. I could care less. It's just a foot, isn't it? Just as bad, though. Feet are God's greatest gift. Wow, Ocelot coming in strong. You might have a couple of people with opposing opinions here. What is it about feet? Every time someone comes into my chat and says like, ooh, I love feet, I always say why? What is it about feet that is so alluring? And they never tell me and they go away. So Ocelot, look me in the eyes, look me in just between you and me, what exactly is it about feet? Please, please tell me. I have to know. They just haven't seen the right feet. Ooh, they've only seen the left feet. So not funny. Although I sometimes think I am. Is that feet can't talk back. The worst thing about taking a dressing off a foot and a toe falls off due to gang. How do you know what we have and haven't seen? I've seen right and left feet. Oh, okay, Choo Choo made the same joke, so I'm not as unfunny as I thought. Something happened in their youth involving feet. Like, maybe. Okay, this is my theory. Alright. I'm little baby Ocelot, lying in my ossicot. And oh no, here comes my mother, who, for the purpose of this experiment, will be this penguin dinosaur. Mother comes along, and oh no, she trips and lands feet first onto me in my cot. And then I go, this ain't that bad though. Boom. That's how it begins. I hope you liked that educational demonstration. No, we are both as unfunny Matisse. Okay. I used to hate feet. Then one day I got a girlfriend that had perfect feet. And I slowly started to love them. Not even kidding. I hated feet. See, that is very interesting. Thank you. Thank you for your opinion. It is greatly appreciated. No one ever actually tells me the truth. The streamer asked Mr. Chuchi, that is right. Technically, I did ask. Accurate reenactment, I would say. Now they're always trying to get back to that moment. Though it takes great feet to walk with real feet. Sorry, to walk without feet. Very interesting. No, it's like, I don't think I'm a massage person. I have never gotten a massage. But the thought icks me. I don't want people touching my shoulders because if you touch this shoulder and I rotate like this, you can feel it crunch. Like, that's just what my shoulder does. It crunches. Like, imagine you were squeezing a bag of gravel. That is what my shoulder feels like. If I do that, you're squeezing a bag of gravel. If you press, like, on my shoulders, they pop out, okay? So, I don't like people touching my shoulders anyway. Why? Because one is a crunchy bag of gravel and the other ones just pop out whenever. So, I like, ooh, don't touch me. But I always see, you know, in movies and stuff, there's always like the pregnant woman and she's like, can you rub my feet? And I'm like, I don't know if I'd want someone touching my feet. I'd be too self-conscious. I'd be like, oh, I've been walking around all day. They're probably sweaty and gross. Please don't.
Just cut your feet off. Because then it's not a problem.
Genius plan.
You can't feel it then. Don't.
Stonks.
Oh.
Oh, Once Upon a Mum. Hello, welcome.
Well, stonkies. Stonky donkeys.
Dude, shoulder sounds in need of medical attention.
What?
My shoulder, my crunchy shoulder. It's always crunchy though.
You could do ASMR shoulder crunch.
I know, I should put a microphone on my shoulder and just rotate and you guys go. What? I think they can hear you whispering. Oh, stop! Stop chewing next to my. Go away! Oh, I have 3 brothers. And 500 reasons for a headache. Stop, cease, refrain. You're making everyone have a heart attack.
Me?
Yes. Airy Bourbon's dying. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Did not need that noise. Hello, Quinn. How are we going? Like a fine, stinky cheese. But no, my shoulder just does that. I don't think there's any way to fix it. It's just, like, this one's fine. But if I do anything where I, like, look like this way, so, like, I call it wrapping shoulder sometimes, because if you're wrapping your Christmas presents, after a couple of hours, you have so much pain just there. And the crunching gets worse. So instead of a bag of gravel, it's more like a bag of spiky pebbles. And it's just so loud and disgusting. Yeah, no, recently at uni, a couple of people, like, put their fingers there and I went like that and they're like, ugh! So at least I know, like, one thing about me is incredibly disgusting. It is my gravel shoulder. Been trying to catch a stream. Change my name just here. Hello. Oh, Rozzie's here! Hi! Welcome. Hopefully the shoulder crunch doesn't develop into something later in life. Yeah, hopefully. You'd hope not. But who even knows? It's not something that medical studies have been done on. Like, what happens if my shoulder crunches in my youth? Will I, you know, And if I do that too much, now I've like poked it, now it's sore. But like, I'll probably just have like an arthritis shoulder or something. I don't know. I don't want an arthritis shoulder. But we shall see. It's because you don't stretch or exercise your shoulders enough. I had the same thing. How do you stretch or exercise my shoulders? Ooh. Yeah, Airy Bourbon's got rough stuff going around in the shoulder region as well. Like strained ligaments, I think.
Strained ligaments?
Yeah,
How
from
so?
sandboarding.
Show me.
Show me.
I'm interested in ligaments.
I don't have them. Airy Bourbon has them. You have to ask him yourself.
Are they just broken?
I don't think they're broken. I think they're like sprained or something.
Ah, so you might have dislocated and that permanently
Ocelot,
stretches
thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an absolutely
them.
wonderful day.
Do they want me to chew again?
Same thing my knees did in my youth. Please don't tell me that. No, they don't. If you've been keeping up with it, our boy Jussie Smollett is going jail. I don't know who that is. Give me a rundown. Who is that? You'll have to get shots in your shoulder then? No. Is Bro T sitting in chair? No, he keeps walking in the doorway whenever he like wants to. So he's like sitting in the office, which is right across from my room. Bye. He's sitting there listening in to what I'm saying on stream, and anytime he feels like contributing, he walks on in.
Oh, okay.
He walks on into my room, adds his 2 cents, and then goes back to the office to sit back down.
I'm 3 cents because I'm 1 cent better than everyone else.
Oh!
Especially
I thought you'd be
Americans.
1 cent because you're a cent short.
No, 5 cents because I do money right. Americans.
Okay. Good night. Hope to talk a bit more about feet another time. Have a good stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Smollett faked a hate crime in America. Oh, yes. I have not been keeping up with any news apart from like Ukraine stuff and the floods. That's about the only news I can handle because the world is going to hell and there is only so much bad news I can take before I'm like, you know what? That's enough. I've had enough now. No more, thanks. So Jussie is the gay black actor in USA that paid some guys he's friends with to beat him up and shout racial and homophobic slurs for attention. How bored and attention-seeking do you have to be to do that? Like, get over yourself, man. Did it like 3 years ago? Huh. And the mosquito news. Oh yes, I have been keeping up with the mosquito news. So 3 newses I've been keeping up with. Anything else? No thank you. Too much news for me. Like, oh hey, I've been chilling playing Rocket League, Blasted Dark. Hello. I lost my train of thought and was trying to laugh to cover it up, but it's been long enough now that someone's gonna notice. So I thought I should call myself out before someone else does. Hello, Blasted Ark, welcome. It's been a little messy around here. How's the PC after last stream? Does it work? Actually haven't turned it on since then because I've been at uni like every day since then. I've gone into uni. So I actually haven't had time. But I am turning it on after this because I am meeting up with friends at 10 p.m. We're playing Minecraft. And I will let you know. I think it should be fine. Like, I've pressed the button to turn on and it works. I think it's just gonna be a matter of me like resetting up all my settings because I unplugged everything. But it should work. What games you playing these days? Oh, okay. Not any good ones. Tradpool's here. Hello. Welcome. What games am I playing these days? I have been playing through some new games. Okay, let me get my little pile for you. So, I got a bunch of games for Christmas and birthday on the Switch, which I have been playing through. So Just Dance, obviously. One True Love at the moment. Zelda Skyward Sword HD. I love it, but the controls, really annoying. And I get that it's because it's supposed to be like Wii stuff, but if you're trying to play it like... So if I have my Switch, and if I'm trying to play it like this, like, to swing a sword, you, like, rotate in weird ways, and looking around is very awkward. Like, the controls are seriously awkward for that game. But I love it. It's very cool. It's got some great cutscenes. You have a joke for me? Excellent. I also got Monster Hunter Rise. I have not played this one much. My little brother has played it more than I have, and every time I go to play it, he has it. So I've basically just spent the couple of hours making my character, getting everything set up, and I have not gone on, like, really any missions yet. So can't really comment on this one, but I can say it is very complex. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Monster Hunter Stories 2. I've been playing this one. It's very chill. In comparison to this, which is like the same franchise. But this is very much like a scissors, paper, rock. It's kind of Pokemon-ish. I think it's very nice. It's very chill when I'm really tired and don't want to focus on much. I enjoyed that one. So these are the Switch games I've been going through currently. And on PC, I have been playing through The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and I've been really enjoying that. It's a really great game. It was tossing up because I have Skyrim and I have that one, and I was like, I'm not sure which one I want to play, and I was like, let's go for The Witcher. If I don't like it, I can just play Skyrim. But I'm having a really good time and I'm really enjoying it. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft with friends because they've got a server. And I like playing puzzle games when I go to sleep and stuff. So, I can pull one up now actually because I have it open. So, you can't really see that. Okay, there are these little games where you do mini games, you do little puzzles, you find like hidden pictures and stuff. I have a lot of fun with those, and I play them every night kind of before I go to sleep because it's like reading a book really, kind of just like, you chill. And I have played so many of those in the last little while. And I think that's it. I'm not playing through one singular thing, I'm very jumping back and forth. So that's a whole list for you. But yes, I quite like open world. I mean, puzzle games are different, that's obviously not open world, but I very much like fantasy. So, love that. Love a bit of story. So combat, that's great. I don't want like no combat, but I like just straight combat games. They're fine. I do like some story though with it. But yeah, so like fantasy, open world, that kind of stuff. And yeah, what have you been playing right now? Let me just catch up because I've been ranting to myself for a little while. Oh yeah, God said to Abraham, come forth and receive eternal life, but Abraham came fifth and won a toaster. Bro, you gotta get Legends Arceus? It's so good. Yes, Witcher, it is a good one. Well done, good choice. I mean, the opening scene was iffy at best, but it is a very interesting game. I'm getting used to the controls because when I started, because I played Resident Evil 7 with a controller, because as I've said before, with games like that, I feel like it helps a little with immersion, because, you know, you feel the vibrations in your controller. Once Upon a Mom, thank you so much for 10 bits. I'm going to put you on the board. So, I played Resident Evil 7 with a controller, and the vibrations were really cool, and I was like, if I'm going to play The Witcher, I want to play with a controller. So I started playing with a controller, and then my brothers were using the controllers, so I have played most of it with, like, PC controls now. Although there are still some times where I'm like, oh, what was the control on PC for that again? So, like, even though I'm a little bit into the game, I'm still learning the controls because I'm relearning the controls. And, you know, it's not bad. I don't mind it either way. I feel like PC controls are kind of easier in a way. And, like, I don't think I'm missing much. So I feel like if I was going to play... I loved Resident Evil 7, and I would definitely play it again. And if I was going to play it again, I would play with controller again. But for The Witcher, I think I'm happy playing with PC controls. Alright, I finished The Witcher 3 times. It's so big! I'm like... how would I ever finish this? Let alone 3 times, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. I'm having a good time. I'm loving the side quests, so like... I'm not very far progressed on the main quest, because any side quest, like any and all side quests, I'm like, oh, but what's over here? What's over there? That's my progression through any game, is just like, okay, here's my goal. But over here looks interesting. When are you streaming Witcher? Look. When I don't have internet right now. At least not at my house. If I was to stream it, I'd have to move to a different place. So, look, maybe I'll restart the game one day. I don't know. In the future-ish. That's me with Breath of the Wild, yeah. Breath of the Wild was very much like... but I love that. And I'm so excited for Breath of the Wild 2. Really hoping there's a multiplayer, because Airy Bourbon and I... we often get on Discord and go shrine hunting. So I think Airy Bourbon's almost got them all now. But basically, we both get on and we look for shrines and we kind of swap information. It's a lot of fun. Maestro, thank you so much for 14 bits. Much love. I will put you on the board. 5-1. The shrine hunts are the best. I'm still missing 5. No! I have found most of them. Although there are a bunch that made me rage quit. So, if you've played Breath of the Wild, you definitely will know the one I'm talking about, unless you haven't found it. But there is this one shrine where you have to shoot a flaming arrow into, like, I don't know, the little flame receptacles. I don't know what they're called. Little torch things. But there's water in the way. And you have to time it perfectly, and I kept getting my arrow wet. And in the end, I had spent an hour in that shrine alone, and I was so mad that I have never gone back, and I don't know if I will. I have finished the game technically, because I beat Ganon, because I was like, well, let me see if I can do it. But now I'm just completing all the side quests, getting all the shrines. I am more into finding Korok seeds, so I have a couple hundred of those. because Corax is so cute. I love them so much. I don't know. You can see them here. I have a bunch of them on my laptop. I have a bunch of extra stickers around. I think they're the cutest things ever. But I hate that one shrine. Yes, I hate that one. I've never played it. Oh, I'm getting close to being about to waste my points and picking stream length. Laughs evilly. Should I waste them getting her to do a 24-hour stream? That would be hectic. I just wander around so many hours wandering. That's one of the parts I love so much about open world games, is just the ability to wander and just wander around doing nothing. Like the scenery. I like looking at things, you know? Yes, Blaster Dark, I did see you get that. Sorry, Mum was in hospital yesterday, and things, you know, flippity around. So I did see that. Sorry I didn't respond, but I did see. Plot? What's that? Just a pure game where we just walk through the scenery and you're like, this is nice. Like, who needs a main plot when side quests are a thing? Like, you need me to go over there and fetch you, like, 5 flowers? I can do that. She okay? Well, once upon a mom is here, but she has, like, prolonged COVID symptoms. And it has been a really rough time, especially for her. So, like, she had COVID a couple of weeks ago now, and it's just, like, she recovered, but she's got, like, scarring on her lungs, I think, and she's been in hospital multiple times, because she hasn't had, like, enough oxygen, I think. But yeah, no, it's been pretty rough, and she's been very, like, down and upset, and, like, so big loves to Mum, because she's gone through enough. She does not need more right now, but it's, like, not getting better. So yeah. We would need special guest stars on a 24-hour stream. It's like, you know, Maestro! Thank you so much for cheering 1,000 bits. You are way too kind, way too kind. Big hugs for Mum. You're already on there, but I'll give you an extra big orange love heart. That's right. Different colour, so it kind of stands out. Look at that. Okay. I'm gonna... Itachi Nold, he's not here, but I've got to make sure I tell him that I put him on the board, because I've been very distracted, and he made a massive donation that I cannot... I need to pay a lot of attention to. And now I can't taste, yes. Mother cannot taste. We were going through all the things, like, in the fridge. I, like, was passing her a spoon of mustard, or, like, a thing of salt. I even, like, we have in the cupboard, we have some, like, whiskey, because apparently it gives cockatoos headaches, and then they don't want to come back, and we have so many cockatoos. And so I was like, Mom, taste the whiskey. And she couldn't taste the whiskey. And that stuff tastes like flipping bug spray. So, she's definitely, something's going on. What is it, COVID? Yeah, she had COVID a couple weeks ago, but, like, the symptoms aren't going away. Like, she's not infectious. She doesn't have it, but she... I don't know exactly how to describe it. Couldn't taste or smell anything for nearly 2 months. Ooh, that's bad. I had brain fog for about 3 months. I feel like I had dementia. So you have no reason to apologize. You've been through a lot and somehow kept one of your family COVID-free throughout. I know! The fact that I have never gotten COVID is mind-blowing because my immune system is absolute mud. Like, it is hopeless, useless. It cannot keep me well to save its life, but the one time it works is this time. Take zinc, vitamin D every day, help me so much. I take vitamin D every day anyway because I am deficient. So I know they were like, Mum was giving us all tablets and they were like zinc, I think there was vitamin C and some other tablets. Wait, I'm taking zinc, vitamin D, and C. Were you giving me vitamin D and I was taking vitamin D? I was getting double dose, man. Also try Centrum for women. Never heard of that. Yeah, all the prayers go, wish her a fast recovery. Yeah, same, because, like, it's crazy. Like, everyone but me had it, and everyone has had such a different reaction. So, like, my parents, well, you know, Mum's terrible, but Dad is also, like, often doing that cough thing, like, very short of breath. But my brothers seem fine. Like, they recovered really quickly and kind of easily. Like, Brotees had it, and he seems fine. So it's really interesting to see how differently it's, like, hit everyone. And I'm like, I wonder how bad it would hit me, you know? Hold up. I need water because I am thirsting to death. I haven't gotten it, yeah. Tiny Tease was the sickest kid. We were talking about Tiny Tease earlier because he came in to say hello. And we were like, slightly bigger Tease? Because he's slightly bigger than me now, but no, he'll always be Tiny Tease to me. I was driving him to school this morning, which is funny because he prefers me to drive him to school and pick him up. It's very embarrassing for everyone else. Like this morning, Dad was like, oh, Matisse is picking you up. And he goes, yes! And Dad goes, wow, nice to know I'm appreciated. Because I let Tiny Tease play whatever music he wants, as loud as he wants, and he can put the windows down if he likes. So basically he turns it up to max volume, puts the windows down, bops along, and when I've also been teaching him to drive, he's 13. 13-year-olds are terrible drivers, but they get better. He's not doing too badly at the moment. So he's very excited when I teach him to drive. But I was driving him to school this morning and I looked across and saw him and I was like, you're still a little baby. Even though you're bigger than me now, you're still a little baby. Aww. Love the hug, come on, very cute. And you let him drive down, yeah. I've been letting him drive down the driveway. He likes that very much and he's getting very good at it. Alright. I am meeting up with my friends in 2 minutes. Wait, 6? 4 minutes. Maths. In 4 minutes. 3 minutes. Because people decided to put an event on at 10 p.m. on a Friday night, and I genuinely want to go. This has been super fun though, and I promise a longer stream on Monday, more than just an hour and a half. You know, we may make it all the way to 2 hours and maybe even longer. Don't forget to change the time on Sunday. You should raid the person I told you about. Okay, give me the name again and I shall raid them. But it has been so wonderful having you here. Thank you guys so much for coming back. Thank you to everyone here. You guys are incredible. Bye, socks. Goodbye. I mean, look at them. They have little bows on the back. They're adorable. Scarlo. Alright, yep. I can copy and paste that now. It's great seeing you again. And as I said, yes, I was away yesterday, and that's just because out of nowhere Mum had to go to the hospital and I was getting brothers all sorted, like, you pack the dishwasher, you have a shower, you are disgusting. No, I didn't say you're disgusting. But, yeah, I'm back for good now. Rocket League. Alright. Make sure to say where you came from and whatnots. You have been wonderful. Big love, and I'll see you next time. Boom! Actually, I haven't pressed start raid yet, so that's a bit embarrassing. We sit here for like 6 seconds.